Hello and welcome, beautiful Leos, for your May 2021 Zodiac Wheel reading. I'm Elise. Thank you for joining me. For any new viewers, please do click on the subscribe button there in the corner and the little bell next to it so you don't miss out on any future updates. And I'd just like to thank Great Spirit, angels and guides for joining me here today for this reading for Leo. And I'd like to thank Great Spirit and angels and guides for their guidance and loving messages for Leo's highest good and for the good of all concerned. Okay, we'll start from here. First off, here in the first house for Leo is where you express your authentic self from your soul's deeper intentions. Now this for Leo first house area governs your appearance, your physical characteristics, and it governs your head and face, your personality and your aura, and how you express yourself. So this here is a message of reevaluation and redemption and forgiveness, release, growth, transformation, awakening. Forgive yourself and anyone who has hurt you. So let go of all the negative emotions surrounding you which are preventing your growth. And forgiveness has the great healing power for your highest good. Seven of Cups here in one of your finance houses, your resources, your self-worth, your support system for your survival. And this is a wonderful sign here with the Seven of Cups. Now, if fear has been stopping you from making your dream a reality, your inner voice is whispering to you to roll up your sleeves. Okay? You've got a lot of choices here and options. All, to some, may seem like pie in the sky, but to you, they're decisions, choices and options, and one thing at a time. It's saying that you can have it all, but you've got to take one step at a time and one thing at a time. This will sail you out of trouble. You have the Six of Swords here. So maybe you have been dealing with a bit of stress and anxiety, but you're leaving that behind. There's calmer waters ahead with the Six of Swords, and that is the binding message of the Six of Swords. A calmer place in your life, mentally and physically, learning from your past, you're moving forward, you've got your eye on the future, and you're making necessary adjustments and allowing the healing. This is in the area of communication for you and brothers and sisters, neighborhoods, your mental activity, short journeys. The third house area governs transport, trade, journalism, youth, speech and education as well. Okay, now here next you have the Ten of Swords. So this is a very ominous card because, as you can see, there's someone here who's being stabbed in the back, to say the very least. So it immediately is speaking to you of overcoming some loss or treacherous action by others. It's also about knowing that it's always darkest before the dawn. Now, there could be those of you that are suffering from health worries or chronic fatigue, or it could also, because it's here in this fourth house, be about someone connected to your family, home. This area is about your foundation, your early childhood environment, parents, the nation you live in, land, property. Or it could also be about the weather, because there are some stormy clouds here. So you may need to put in place some appropriate measures for weather conditions in your area. Okay, so, but it is a message of overcoming loss. So the worst is behind you when you've got the Ten of Swords appearing in your spread. And it's what's next to it, as I said, is that sailing out of trouble. So you are recovering, and you've got lots of goals and options. And there is that message of forgiveness and not judging others too harshly. Because when people are criticising or finding fault with somebody else, it's the easiest way for those that do that to take the attention off themselves and take the attention off their faults. So as long as they're pointing out that someone else has done something wrong, then they're deterring the attention of what they may feel they're trying to hide in a way. So there's something like that going on for some of you Leos. Now, this is lovely. This is again a card that represents choice, and we all have choice in life. It just depends on what choices we make to what the consequences are. We have free will. That is what enables us to make choice, but free will doesn't always mean that we make good choices. Sometimes we make silly choices. So be careful of the decisions and choices that you make, because you're wanting to make the right choice for the right reason. Now, it may be connected to finding the right mate. This is a message of choose your partner wisely. It may be the choice to reconcile. Choose wisely. You may want to create more harmony. You want to be involved in the journey of sharing. This card, the Lovers, speaks of trust, love, and it does represent engagement and marriage as well. And it's a Gemini card, so there's two sides to everything. The high vibration, low vibration frequencies. What vibrational frequency are you coming from? This area of the fifth house is about children, matters of the heart. It's the fun house, hobbies, sport, love that is given. It is also the area of good fortune, so making good rational choices and decisions can bring you good fortune. Making silly choices and decisions can bring mishap. But you can find your joy here. And it is about duality, because the Gemini influence is strong there with that Lovers card. So things coming in twos, duality. Four of Wands. So I do feel with this suffering here, or sadness from the Ten of Swords, you're overcoming that because you've got the Four of Wands. So that's lovely. This is a message of good fortune, living life to the fullest, a path of celebration, giving yourself strong foundations to build on from now, not holding on to the past, not holding on to all the pain and suffering and that happened to you 10 years ago. Some people hold on to it from when they were 10 and 11 years old. You know, something was done to them in their teens or said to them, and they're still holding on to it, and they're in their 50s. This is about, none of that is happening now. It's in your mind. It's something that is a pattern of thought patterns that you keep allowing to yourself to bring up and think about. Now, it's time to let that go and be in the now and see that you can build a really good foundation for your future from where you are now. You've mustered the courage, this card is telling you, to attain your goals and temporarily relax and enjoy the fruits of your creative endeavours. Count your blessings. Do you have all your 5 fingers and 5 toes? That is a blessing. Do you have your hearing? That is a blessing. Do you still have your sight? That is a blessing. So count your blessings. And you will find that you will be happy with what you are able to achieve in the area of your mind, body and well-being, your health, your food, hygiene, the health house. This is also the area of the working conditions. You're dealing with your co-workers. You can use ceremonial magic here to really help lift that vibration into a frequency of being grateful for what you've got, being grateful for the people that have supported you, be grateful that you're able to move into a new direction, be grateful that you've attained success, be grateful for the joy and satisfaction that you have. Now, this also for some of you Leos watching is a card that represents a housewarming, a graduation, anniversary, wedding, reception or a promotion. And others may be experiencing a long-awaited vacation, or a move into a new home. So as you can tell, this is a very positive card to have here. And with giving gratitude, whether it's for support, whether it's for moving in a new direction, you're giving that gratitude in the now, even if you don't have it in the now and you can't see how you're going to attain it, you give thanks and gratitude for it as if you already have, and it will manifest. And every time you have doubt come in, you replace it with gratitude for the things that you'd like to have, as if you've already got them. Now, the Knight of Swords is something sudden, out of the blue, rushing headlong into your life, okay? It could even be a person. If it is a person, it's usually a military person or a media person, but it represents whirlwind change, and it's in the area of business partnerships, marriage, aunts, uncles, the area of balance and harmony, and the 7th house also governs legal affairs and contracts and scandals. Okay, so this Knight of Swords here is a message of impatience and something churning over and whirlwind changes. Something sudden. bolt from the blue. But we have nice, practical, methodical King of Pentacles with his Midas touch. So this is showing you that there is a path of success in business and acquiring material possessions. A bit of financial genius is involved in here, and a very savvy business wizard. There's comfort, pleasure, and the King of Pentacles uses caution in all his dealings, so do be cautious. Now the King of Pentacles represents the male energy of Capricorn, Virgo and Taurus energy, earth sign energy here. So this is the Midas touch, which brings about growth and success. Could even be a mediator if you're dealing with joint resources, counsellor, or it could be the client. But there is a sense of responsibility here. So if you do need a mediator or a mentor, or talk to a business savvy person, it's letting you know that they will have a sense of responsibility with what they're sharing with you, or the knowledge or experience that they're sharing with you. And it's in the area of joint finances, inheritances, beginnings and endings. The occult is governed by the 8th house, corporations, taxes, loans, all of that. Okay, so the High Priestess has appeared here for you. Lovely. This is about understanding the mystery in your life. And in order to understand it, you've got to stop and be still, so that you can hear the voice that whispers. It's the quiet voice. And when you stop and be still and listen to that quiet voice, you can stop that chatter in your head, that monkey mind that just constantly going. And the quiet voice doesn't constantly chatter. It just says things subtly, quietly, but profoundly. And the High Priestess has appeared in your spread to help you to trust those hunches or visions and intuition, and don't not put your prayers in place. Now, with your prayers, it's not a matter of praying for what you want. I feel with you, it's praying for forgiveness, it's praying for protection in the now. It's also about giving thanks, and start your prayers with thank you for the day that I've had today, that kind of thing. So you're giving thanks for all the things that you can pick out of your day or your month, being the month of May, everything that you can pick out that was positive, that you felt good about, give thanks for that. The more you give thanks for what's good in your life, the more good you will receive in your life. You've got to get rid of this, Leo. And there's someone in your family or home that you need to forgive, or both. Forgiveness will set you free. Otherwise, you're, in a way, stuck in the past, and you can't actually enjoy the now or the future. Before I move on, this is in the area of your expansion of yourself through spiritual, mental and physical exploration. The 9th house governs philosophy, the law, religion, foreign affairs, foreign travel to different lands or cultures, or just a higher understanding of foreign lands and cultures and accepting those cultures. Just because their cultural way is different doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means it's different. And embracing that. And so say you've moved from the USA to the UK, for example, embracing the way that the UK operates, and the cultural beliefs in that country, as an example. So your higher priestess here is trying to communicate that kind of knowledge, that sacred knowledge of how to do that. Okay, and by doing that you will have success. By embracing the differences, you will have success. With the Chariot, because the Chariot is about triumph and success, victory and progress, and the courage to resolve and balance conflicting emotions, emotional tests that will make you stronger, bringing about new beginnings. There's also decisions to be made regarding travel plans, or moving, or pursuing, or purchasing a new vehicle. This can also be related to a business trip, because it's in the area of career and the outer world. So there's two directions. The horses are wanting to go in two different directions. So there's sort of two different paths you can take, or there's two things that you need to sort of get, hit two things with one stone. It's that kind of energy. It's a Cancer energy, so it is a very nurturing and protective energy, the Chariot. So I do like that about the Chariot, even though the Chariot is also about the courage to resolve and balance conflicting emotions. Okay, so some of you could be in a position where your career move is allowing you to have some form of travel that you didn't have before. And this 10th house area is about your reputation, your social status, the rewards of your karma, and it governs parents and also governments. Three of Wands here is showing you that there's some new possibilities on the horizon, and you're just waiting for your ship to come in with this Three of Wands. And the number three is about growth and expansion. It's the trinity of life, and it's also about timing in the time of 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 months. And if 3 people agree, so shall it be. Okay, so you and 2 other people agree on a subject or an issue, then you can be assured that you're on the right track. Okay, if 3 agree, so shall it be. So here you have a venture that is falling into place. And you're harvesting your dream. So you will be continuing to move forward, having built a strong foundation, purchased that new car, new home, or started a new job. All right? So this is also in the future. So these 2 areas, the 9th house and the 11th house, are about your future. The 9th house is about your future goals and perspectives, and your 11th house is about what you can focus on in the now to have manifest in the future, because this is about your hopes and fears, this is about your friendship groups, and it is also about your long-term objectives. And then we have the Five of Cups. Now I do feel, Leos, that you may be struggling with this subconsciously, with being able to keep your focus on your gratitude and your blessings. The Five of Cups is showing that you are only focusing most of the time on the spilt milk of what could have been but wasn't. Now it could be that you those cups are spilt because you weren't willing to embrace the differences between yourself and others. You weren't able to accept it. You sort of feel that there was only right or wrong. But if you turn to look, the cups are still full. You've still got 2 cups full here. So you may be able to use these cups as seeing that your cups are half full. They're not half empty, they're half full. And embrace the differences between yourself and others. And forgiveness, again. So this is in the area of your 12th house. What's being hidden, what's behind the scenes, how you self-sabotage. And I feel that there is some self-sabotage going on there, unfortunately, Leos. So you need to use this 12th house energy for searching for your self-renewal. Okay? Now I'll just focus and ask for your guardian angel here for you for May. Who is your guardian angel that you can turn to for guidance and ask for help? We'll show you the signs that you need. Angel of the night sky, number 32. Well, how good is that? If you're unable to really get out and socialize because of the limitations that many have around the world of being out and about, and may even find it difficult to get out in nature, nature is right above. So look up and out, because we think we're looking up at the sky or the heavens, but we're actually on a ball, like a globe, and we're not actually looking up, we're looking out into the universe, out into the galaxy. So the night sky, by doing some night sky bathing, whether it's moon bathing or star bathing, we can really get the essence that we are galactic beings, which earthlings have sort of struggled with understanding. We think it's all about the earth, we think it's all about us, and viewing the night sky really helps you to put yourself in perspective and put our planet in perspective as galactic beings. And the number for you for May is... Okay, so what is your other message from the angels? Now, it's the timing answer. So there must be something you're wondering, how long is it going to be before? And this is letting you know that the answer is a year from now. Okay, so a year from now. So that's the end of part 1 of the 12 realms of the Zodiac Wheel. So now I will do part 2, and thank you for those of you that have stayed right through to hear the transits of the planetary placements of the Zodiac system and where the planets are for you, Leos. I use the tropical system and this is for all sun, rising and moon signs. Okay, and I will do the confirmation card at the end with the animal medicine cards. So firstly, we have Pluto. So Pluto for you, Leo, is here in the 6th house of work, health, food, hygiene, co-workers, working conditions, your debt, and mind, body and well-being. So Pluto is in Capricorn. For those of you that have been following your readings, Leos, you will know that Pluto is in Capricorn and will be in Capricorn for a few years, but on the 23rd of April Pluto went retrograde. So this is a good sign for work, for more work, for transformation and more jobs. So a wonderful time to get your resumes together and get ready to put your best foot forward, because this Pluto in Capricorn retrograde is a great time to arouse your ambitions. Now, it's also an energy, the Plutonian frequencies are very scorpionic, so it's a very labyrinth kind of issues. If you go into things very deeply, and it's a labyrinth of that you've got to move through, because the essence of this Plutonian frequency is one of probing into the depths of the mysteries in life. And in retrograde, it's a gradual assimilation period of newly discovered resources and adjustments to new psychic terrain, which require strength and courage and development of your new skills, but a new way will be made available. Okay? And really getting in touch with your own psyche. And if you're finding it hard to adjust your channel, then you can ask someone like me, a psychic, a medium, an astrologer, someone who can give you a reading and help you with that adjustment of your channels. You can contact me in the details below there, and I'm be very happy to help you, Leos. Then Saturn is next, because the major planets I'm putting down first, the major planets, the generational planets rather, that are really slow moving, so I'm putting them down first. So Saturn is in Aquarius, okay, and Saturn is the lord of karma, and Saturn is also going retrograde this month. Now, the lord of karma is about reality checks. It's the father of time. It's the one that sets and achieves goals. It creates security in your life, and it establishes justice. And it's here in this area of business partnerships, marriages, balance and harmony. The 7th house area governs legal affairs, contracts, and groups as well. So it's what's representing that cautious side of yourself, the conservative side. Jupiter is in the 8th house this month. Jupiter expands any sign that it enters, and it will be entering Pisces. 13th of May Greenwich Mean Time and the 14th of May Australian Eastern Standard Time 2021. So this is going to give us a peak of the Pisces frequency until the 29th of July. So it's very beneficial for water signs, and especially Pisces. So check out your sun, moon or rising signs in particular, And this leads you on an intuitive search for truth. It's the mystical side of things, and it enhances an easy connection for you to visualize for yourself. The conduit is open for sending healing out into the world and indeed the planet, and visualizing exquisite healing, and feel the healing through your visualizations. Also a time where you can receive messages through your dreams, and your psyche itself is really wanting to tune in. So antennas up, because this is in the area of the occult, so astrology, mediumship, all of that kind of thing, channeling. You will be expanded, your interest and knowledge of it will be expanded. And it also governs shared resources, inheritances, legacies, renewal, regeneration, and corporations, taxes and loans. It's also joined by Neptune. Neptune's also in Pisces, and that's in its own sign, so Neptune in Pisces is very happy there. And you really will benefit out of music, art, and spiritual and metaphysical interests, and forgiveness, love thyself, and your beliefs are heightened, your intuition and sensitivities are important right now. So you may also be really sort of noticing how people are a bit more sensitive about things than usual, and keeping in mind that Neptune it is the cosmic sea, so it represents all fluids. So that's interesting, because there'll be something going on with fluids or water or something like that. So there may be a regeneration of your plumbing system, for instance. Okay. And then you have Uranus, that's up here in the area of your career, the zenith of the wheel, the 10th house. So Uranus energy is erratic. Uranus energy is full of surprises and change. Some changes can be quite radical. There can be sudden events. Something comes like a bolt from the blue. It's a very futuristic planet. It governs science, it governs glamour, pop stars, and its message is one of a quantum leap, and that truth will set you free. So there's something you have to be truthful with yourself about, or there's something that you've got to muster up the courage to be truthful about in your career, and it may well be eating humble pie, which could surprise yourself as well as others. So watch out in that regard. Now it is in Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus and will be for some years ahead, but the Taurus energy is about beauty, about nature, about connecting with the rhythm of nature. It's the natural law, not man-made law, natural law. So natural law ultimately will be having the say over the next few years, so keep that in mind. Now the moon, we have the full moon in Sagittarius on the 26th of May. Okay, now full moons on their own are about culmination. It's peak energy, celebrations and blossoming. Sagittarius is about your emotional need for adventure and independence, and your instinctual urge for travel and exploring. Especially if you're under stress, you'll really want to go on a little adventure. So travel can be quite beneficial for you, but it's not a radical thing. It's just a time out from your boring routine, change of scenery, enjoy a drive in the country, taking in the scenery, get out into nature, hug the trees, talk to the plants, feel the plants. Ideas and concepts that are revolutionary and liberating can give you excitement that you crave as well. And there will be those of you that are meeting new friends, because this is in the 5th house, which is one of the social areas of the wheel. So this new friend or friendships can be from a foreign background or just a different background, but it's a fun-loving energy, an adventurous energy, and it can all be quite beneficial for you. So that's the full moon there in Sagittarius, governing the 5th house of children, pleasures, matters of the heart, good fortune, and where you find your joy. Where you find your J. Okay, now the sun, this is the inner planets now, from the moon onwards. These are the planets that really affect us personally on a daily level, whereas the larger outer planets affect us over a period of time on a bigger picture sort of level. So the sun will be moving into Gemini on the 21st of May, and it's here in the 11th house from the 21st of May. Prior to that, the sun is still here in Taurus up until then, working with this unexpected energy of Uranus, because Uranus is about expect the unexpected, and that Sun Uranus together in transiting through the same area of the wheel, the zenith of the wheel, can put a bit of spark into life as well, so that's nice. But on the 21st it moves over into Gemini. So the 21st of May you can find that your attentions are turning towards immediate surroundings, increasing interactions with friends, relatives, business associates, and everyday dealings. So you may be tempted to pour out your energy while taking that in. And it's a good time here for you to be a passive agent in communication. So that is about listening, not being the one doing all the talking. But with the sun being a very creative energy, the tempo of life will be accelerating, and it's also a time when you shouldn't be leaving people in the dark or leaving people confused. Communicate your real thoughts and your real intentions, and things will move a lot more smoothly with you, for it's the time of year for clear thinking and making yourself clear. So truth will set you free. So if you've made a mistake or you haven't been completely truthful, now's the time to be truthful. And with truth comes a bit of eating humble pie. Now Mercury is also in Gemini since the 4th of May. So this Mercury energy loves conversations and information, loves chatting away, and likes to collect and network knowledge and data, and there's an enjoyment of books and writing letters, magazines, the media, computer, and anything else that can help you learn and communicate is the Mercury in Gemini energy. Now this is going retrograde on the 30th of May, so right at the end of May Mercury goes retrograde, and the essence of Mercury retrograde is the trickster. So that could be a situation where there's annoying mishaps that thwart your will, but it's also the healer, so it's serendipitous. So there's a bit of serendipity taking place there. So this is all in the area of your friendships and your long-term objectives. Venus moves into Gemini on the 9th of May. So this is wonderful. This makes your everyday activities more pleasant. You can enjoy fun and socializing, loving talking and having your voice heard. Venus frequency here is only interested in the pleasures of life though, not about whinging and complaining. Not interested in discussing the serious stuff, actually. So if you want to put your best face forward, this is a really good time to do it, and talk about things that are going to be uplifting and bring a bit of pleasure to yourself and others. So a great opportunity here to discover the enormous amount of love that you have in your life, and there's also, with this Venus energy, that desire to beautify your surroundings or be introduced to art and artistic activities in your immediate environment, including short journeys out where you can enjoy the scenery or enjoy the art, or agricultural energies around some of you, and you can really appreciate this on a tremendous level with this Venus energy there. Then Mars is here in the 12th house, and Mars is in Cancer. So Mars is in Cancer from the 23rd of April until the 12th of June. So it's important to remain conscious of what you're doing right now, because the key words for Mars in Cancer are irritability and pettiness. But it's a good time for accomplishing a great deal around your home, even though you may not have the same point of view as others, and there might be some sort of difficulty coming to an agreement, because this is in the area of your subconscious, what you keep hidden, what are behind the scenes, and where you can self-sabotage. But the antidote to that is the search within yourself for self-renewal. So trust your instincts with professional activities. It also might be the best time to keep a low profile until this transit is over, when it's followed by a much more favourable one, because you don't want to be fighting about something you don't even understand. And but the good news with Mars in Cancer is, and especially here in this 12th house, is your self-motivation is strong. So you can get a lot done that motivates you. But it's behind the scenes. It's not sort of to do with your work or anything. And it's one of the psychic houses as well, that 12th house. So you may want to work on self-healing and that kind of thing, your well-being, all of that, because it is the 12th house, 6th house axis there. So now I'll just ask for your animal totem for May, for Leo. What message is there for your confirmation of the full reading? And you have the Princess of Summer. So this is sensitive, kind, open-hearted, inexperienced. Okay, so they're your key words for your totem animal, the deer. So you can expect a kind of new romantic relationship or close platonic friendship. You may suddenly receive an emotional message from someone or be invited to a social event. Lovely. Sensitive, kind, open-hearted, inexperienced. So it's okay if you don't know everything. Okay, if you don't know, just tell the truth and say you don't know. The truth will set you free, Leo. Thank you so much, Leo, for joining me here for your reading. Many blessings to you all, and until next month, please do click that like button, please subscribe, and I will be back to do your reading.